Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palettes. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Bastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
We're here.
Good, good. Closing up on the cutoff cigars for 2024. So, I mean, it sounds kind of rude to say like I'm happy to be over, but like we've put in a lot of work in 2024. So I'm kind of happy to be looking forward to the 2025 season.
I agree with that.
We're going out with the bang.
Yeah. All right. Today we are talking about the Cavalier Genève Limited Edition 2024. The cigar is a Figurado 5.5 inch by 58. Comes out of the Fabrica Centro Americana de Tobacco factory in Honduras. The blend is undisclosed. Nothing about the wrapper, binder, or filler. Blended by Sebastian Decobe. Price point is $15.90, and the cigar was released in August of 2024. So with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
And I think that blue band really hid with the wrapper. The photo you did is probably the best I've seen because the
It
Mhm.
is dark. It is dark when you
it's a
look at
little
it.
dark
It's
on it.
yeah.
Um,
You can't really you don't know if it's a horse or what's going on in there.
I know the photo you have a really good photo of it. Like I was like, damn, I never really looked at it like that. So yeah, that's anyways, the cigar though. Lots of black pepper and spice from the beginning. I got some mineral qualities. Dry finish of earth, oak, tobacco. It had some strength, but it was still pretty balanced. I found it to be full, but it was still, balanced. A lot more peppery spices. Then I did get some creaminess with some dried wood and tobacco, bits of earth. Still smoking at that full level. The final third just still had that. I got some like pencil lead qualities with some mineral pepper spices, dry tobacco, wood and earth. Um, Burn and draw were a little average. They weren't great. I kind of wasn't surprised as well though. I don't know, for some reason figurados just when they do not smoke well, they just do not smoke well. Decent draw. So, John,
I wasn't getting any of the pepper, but I think the first third for me was the whole profile was really centered around like what I would call potting soil. So like a really, like I think Seth said minerals, like a it just absolutely imagine going out to the garden and taking soil from the garden and putting it in your mouth. Like it was just a lot of potting soil, medium full, very heavy on the palate. There was some wood that kind of broke in on the post draw, and the wood or the earth, I should say, did pull back as it continued to about medium, but it was still so heavy on the palate that that's mostly all I could taste between each puff. Creamy tobacco kind of came through midway to the halfway point, I'd say roughly on the retrohale. But I think at that point the earth had so firmly established it was really tough for that to break through. Um, in the second third, started out with creamy wood, a little bit of earth to finish, and then I'd say by that roughly at the halfway point, it was really just kind of a woody, like a light woody profile. So quite a departure from the first third. And then the bottom half, sweet tobacco is leading off. So it's so weird that the first third was so heavily centered around earth, and the second third was just a much more lighter experience for me. And then the last third, back to sort of creamy tobacco, earth, and wood. And then as it progressed, it sort of took on this tannic quality. And then with the tannins, the earth came back in the same strength levels it was in the first third. So started at medium, moved up to medium full, and then on top of that, some bitterness joined by the halfway point. So like it was a rough finish. I think to the cigar, it was almost sort of burning my mouth with the intensity of the earth and the bitterness. I described it as being minty. Not a great finish at all, which is unfortunate. Onto burn and draw. Burn was okay. Curiously, I had this issue through the first third where I felt like the cigar was going to go out on me all the time. So maybe that led itself to me puffing a little faster than I should have, but I'm confident that if I didn't, it absolutely would have gone out on me. It was a little uneven and then formed a canoe in the second third, so I had to do a touch up, but that was the only intervention I had to do. And then, like a lot of figurados, draw sort of before the shoulder started out quite resistant, about 2.5, 3 notches, and then it hits the shoulder, opens up, and it was perfect from that point on. So that was a lot of words to describe something pretty below average, I'd say. Aaron, what about you?
I'll use fewer words here, but I'll say the
Fair
same
enough.
thing. Cigar began with toasted cedar and light amounts of earth and black pepper. Cedar then gained an aged note, and then some mustiness joined the profile. Second third saw the earth move to the middle of the profile, then the pepper dropped out and came back a bit later, and a bit fuller. Final third saw the toast level and the earth both slowly increase as it went along. But just an average flavor profile throughout. The aged musty and toasted cedar was nice, but the supporting notes didn't do enough to elevate the profile. And as the earth increased, it kind of lessened the enjoyment of the cedar for me. So,
Hmm.
I do like how the blend changes each year, but I just don't see this as one that I'd come back to. So, the previous iterations of the LE are better than this. So, take that for what you will. All right, let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with me at 5.65. John gave it a 5.3. Seth gave it a 5.15. So my 5.65 matches up well. Average flavor profile throughout. Really good construction. I think just a slightly wavy burn at times, but nothing really to complain about. So kind of gets into the mid sixes, but not something I see myself coming back to. All right, John, 5.3.
Yeah, it matches up well. And for those wondering, the construction certainly helped here. I think without the construction, this would have been dipping in kind of right on the five mark, maybe even into the or high fours. So that unfortunately matches up very well. And obviously, based on that, not something I'd return to. Seth?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't come back to it. It's I just have a bunch of issues with it. I'm curious about what the blend is.
Mexican San Andre.
Yeah, but but even at that, it's just kind of it was just really lacking. Wasn't crazy about the size too. It's just I don't know. I have yet to be impressed by Cavalier, and I know for a while people
Hmm.
really talked him up, and it's just I don't know. I haven't gotten anything that's really just been wowing.
I'm going to take you back to the beginning, though, just the white labels.
Yeah.
Yeah, white labels
Yeah.
were nice. Yeah,
And then Black Series 2, I think,
yeah,
was the next one. So
agreed.
yeah,
Those are all nice.
it's a theme.
More of that.
Some nice core lines that are
Yep.
cheap go a long ways over new releases that are expensive. Let's
Yeah,
just say that.
what was the price in the LE again?
1590.
That's not. I mean, I hate to say it, but like that's kind of a bargain for an LE. It's just a shame that I didn't have a great flavor experience.
Yeah. Any final thoughts? That gold diamond was hiding underneath that dark blue and
Yeah,
black band.
it was
So
kind of a cool little touch. I wasn't expecting that, so I had to. I'm like, oh crap, I'm out of note space for my prelight. So I was like, kind of, I was like drawing a little arrow. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a gold leaf thing. Hopefully it doesn't taste weird.
yeah,
But I mean, Sebastian Cavalier's done that before.
yeah.
But usually
Never
it's more
been an issue.
prominent. It's not hidden like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's down below the band.
Hmm.
So yeah. So
Wow.
all right, wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developingpalettes.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Limited edition.